Okay, we are discussing about the +1 syllabus ma. Okay, in the +1 already we said there are totally 5 units are there. Okay, first unit a living world, that is diversity in living world. And next second unit that is structural organization in plants and animals. And third unit that is cell structure and functions. And next fourth unit that is plant physiology. Okay, all these 4 units together they comprises of 15 chapters. And the last unit that is unit 5, that is a human physiology. Human physiology, which includes total 7 chapters, and the weightage for this unit is 17 marks. And this unit is also having more weightage in the need also, this human physiology. So when you observe here the chapter 16, that is a digestion and absorption. Okay, you have studied in your 10th class. If you are a CBSE student, you might be knowing the human digestive system, the nutrition. Under the topic nutrition, you might have studied this human digestive system. Here also we'll study about the human digestive system, but a little bit elaborate. That is alimentary canal and digestive glands, and the role of digestive enzymes. That means the physiology of nutrition. Okay, and the gastrointestinal hormones. Okay, some of the hormones are released by the digestive system, and that one we'll study here. And next peristalsis, that is the movement of food material within the alimentary canal. And next digestion, that is the process, the physiology, the process of digestion. And next the absorption of different digestive substances, absorption of different digestive substances, and assimilation of proteins. Okay, carbohydrates and fats, that means how they are utilized for different metabolic activities. These proteins, carbohydrates and fats which are absorbed. And finally the digestion, how the food material is sent outside. And next nutritional and digestive disorders. Okay, that is some of the diseases that are caused because of malnutrition. And next and some of the disease disorders that are related to digestive system, like indigestion, constipation, vomiting, jaundice, and diarrhea. Some of the diseases related to digestive system. Okay, that is about the chapter 16, that is digestion and absorption. And next coming to the chapter 17, there is breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing and exchange of gases. There is introduction to respiratory organs in animals. And next respiratory system in humans. Okay, that means introduction to respiratory organs in animals. That means different types of respiratory organs in different animals, because all the animals will not use the same type of respiratory organs. Okay, for example, fishes use gills. Okay, insects use a trachea. Okay, earthworm respires through skin. And most of the terrestrial higher vertebrates respire through lungs. Okay, including human. So here we'll discuss in detail about the respiratory system in human. Okay, that is already you might have studied in your 10th class, but here we will study a little bit in your lower class also, 6th class or 7th class also you might have studied. Okay, and little bit elaborate in your 10th class, and now it is a little bit more detailed description about the respiratory system and organs associated with the respiration. And next, mechanism of breathing and its regulation in humans, that is exchange of gases at the lungs, exchange of gases at the tissues. And next, transport of gases, how the different types of gases, that is the carbon dioxide and oxygen, how oxygen is transported, how carbon dioxide, okay, how oxygen is transported from lungs to different parts of the body, and how carbon dioxide is transported from tissues to the different from different tissues to the lungs for its elimination. And next, regulation of respiration. Okay, at different period of time, we'll find a different respiratory pathways, different rate of respiration. Okay, when you are sleeping, will have some respiratory rate. When you are doing exercise, you will be having some other respiratory rate. When you are excited or exerted, okay, you will be having certain respiratory rate. How it is increased or decreased. That is what we'll study under this regulation of respiration. And next, respiratory volumes. Respiratory volumes. Next, the respiratory volumes, that is how much amount of air the lungs can hold under normal respiration, during a forced respiration, forced inspiration, forced expiration. Okay, that's all we'll study, by which we can understand the functioning of the lungs by using this respiratory volume. Okay, and next, disorders related to respiration. Okay, some of the diseases related to respiration like asthma, emphysema, and next, occupational respiratory disorder. That means working. If a person is working in different environmental conditions, they'll be having different respiratory disorders. Some are working in glass industry, some are working in coal mines, some are working in cement industry, some are working in asbestos industries, like that. Okay, depending upon their working, okay, they will be having different respiratory disorders. These are called occupational respiratory disorders. That one we'll discuss. What are the different diseases that they will be prone regularly because of their working. And next, chapter 18, that is body fluids and circulation. Okay, that is body fluids and circulation. In this, we'll discuss about the blood vascular system in human. Okay, which comprises of blood, composition of blood, and the different blood groups. And next, coagulation of blood. And next, composition of lymph. Okay, another fluid connective tissue and its function. Okay, so we'll discuss all related to the connective tissue, the blood. Okay, what are the different components? That is, okay, RBC, WBC, blood platelets, and next the chemical composition of blood. Okay, and next blood groups, that is which is helpful in blood transfusion. Okay, compatible blood groups. And next, coagulation, that is the clotting of blood. Simply we can say it as the clotting of blood. What are the different factors that are responsible for clotting of blood? Okay, that is. And next, lymph and its function. And next, circulatory pathways. Okay, different circulatory pathways we'll discuss. That is single circuit, double circuit, And next, a human circulatory system. We'll discuss in detail about a human circulatory system. In that, structure of human heart and blood vessels, the main blood vessels that are associated with the heart. And next, cardiac cycle, that means one heartbeat, complete heartbeat, one complete heartbeat we'll study, that is called a cardiac